All right.
So, to get back to my
More
original
chapter
point,
dose.
the current state of the art is AI-driven counseling, typified by apps like Eliza.
Okay.
Let's talk about the model here for a
Sure.
second.
He looks a little haggard. I wonder if he's okay.
It all begins with data. You collect all the data you can.
Sure.
From base level metrics like heart rates, body temperature, blood pressure, to higher order metrics like hand movement, head movement, gaze aversion. If the client lets you, you'll want to pull from their digital life too, their message histories and email, their search histories, and online behavior. It's all potentially
I mean, that sounds like a lot
valuable.
of privacy that's going
Then
to
you
be
compare the client's responses to relevant data from thousands of other clients
affected
and
here.
build a model of the client's psychological state. This approach has worked well so far. Eliza is still the best and most advanced version, but that's just my personal opinion. For those of you who don't know, I was the team lead and chief psychologist for the Eliza project at Skanda for a number of years.
Taking credit for all of it, I see.
Now, even
She's
though this is
mad.
a proven
She's mad about it.
there are two weaknesses I'm going to highlight. One is the data I was just talking about. You're completely dependent on that. Collect as much as you can, sure, but it's important to keep in mind that you can have all the data in the world and still not understand why things work the way they do. And that's important for us to know, because if we have something that
What year
works,
this
but
takes
we're not
place
sure
in?
why, then what do we actually understand about ourselves? The crucial step after data is the model. The data needs to be used to
Things like this
validate
are kind
a
of
model.
sketchy.
If you can't make a model, you're finished. If that sounds like basic, obvious science to you, it is. But I was surprised to find out just how many people from the tech sector don't think this way.
It's like, yeah,
I suppose you
AI
don't
is
need to
not
understand
that
why
weird,
something
but
works
like,
in order to make it into a product and sell it. Obviously, though,
like
if
the
you
most I would
had
do is
mastery
talk
of
to
the
it, but then
underlying
if you like
details,
giving them
you'd be
like
able to
even
adjust the
more
process
information, it's
and
kind of like,
potentially make it work even better.
it's like, where's that information going? You know what I mean? The audience is getting impatient.
One further note while I'm discussing modeling. Many of the startups trying to address mental health right now are completely ignoring the insights provided by the field of traditional psychology. They do so at their own peril. Many of you know already, but as a brief personal aside, I was a professor of psychology before I joined the tech world. I'm continually stunned at how little the tech heads know or even care about the hundreds of years of
he's kind of
psychological
bitter.
research
He's like,
that has gone on
no
in
one
my
cares
field.
about what I've been doing.
That's something I can talk about at length, perhaps another time. For now, I'll move on
It's like,
to the
finally,
other
I get the
weakness I
moment
mentioned.
we've all been waiting
This is the real
for
one,
me
the
to
big
talk,
one.
because no one likes me.
It's treatment. A system like Eliza can tell what's wrong with a client to a certain level
I feel like I can
of
tell
accuracy,
exactly
but
who
it
this
doesn't
person
quite
is
know
just
how
from
to turn
talking
that
for like
into a
2 minutes.
comprehensive treatment plan. It can suggest therapeutic programs and activities, and soon it might even issue its own prescriptions without having to go through a doctor or a psychiatrist.
That's dangerous.
Well, as long as the FDA continues to look
They
upon
ain't
us
going to
favorably.
do that. I feel like that is
But
not
those
good.
are blunt instruments compared to what I'm going to talk about next.
And maybe this is it. Is he going to go where I think he
Many of
is?
you know there's a technology still in its infancy called direct stimulation. For those of you who haven't heard of it, direct stimulation is a way of creating sensations within the brain with targeted electrical impulses. Imagine an augmented reality headset, but instead of working on your eyes, it stimulates the brain in such a way as to induce
I don't like that.
a specific dream.
I don't like it.
A spring meadow, for
I don't
example.
like that.
This sounds fantastical, I know, but
That creeps me
progress
out.
on this technique
That's
has
so
been occurring
creepy.
faster than you think. We're actually quite close to a workable demonstration model.
I don't want
How is that possible?
things to
Well,
affect your
first of all,
brain.
we
Like,
only suggest an overall feeling.
That's-
Your own brain does most of the work, just as it does in your dreams.
it's like inducing
It fills in
dreams.
all
That's
of
so
the visual
weird, but like,
details, using its own set of memories and expectations.
like it. So this is what everyone came to hear.
Induced dreams via direct stimulation can contain all the therapeutic content of VR therapy.
You have more
without the need to
control with
create
VR. At least
realistic
you can take
graphics
off the
or other
headset.
content.
How do you stop that?
Instead, it harnesses the brain's creative power to dream up the situation for itself. Combine that with the insights we gain from parametric therapy systems like Eliza, and you have a complete end-to-end, fully automated system.
The future's scary.
It should be clear now that this heralds a revolution in how we treat, how we think about mental health. And with mental health challenges on the rise across the globe, it couldn't come at a
I
more
just think I
crucial
don't
time.
trust people.
So,
If people
that's
were
why
like
today, right here,
genuinely
I'm
interested in
announcing
helping
Aponia,
people,
a new
then
company to
great.
make
But I feel like
induced
people are
dreaming
just,
of
I feel
reality
like people are
and
just
end
assholes.
human
And I just don't
suffering
trust
as we
anyone
know
with this
it.
amount of technology.
I should note that I remain on
I didn't
good
realize
terms
how
with
much I did
Skanda,
not trust
a
people.
factor
I'm like,
minority investor
nah, I
in this new
can't.
venture.
Now we're talking about
But
messing
still,
with their
I'm very
brains.
much
And now
going
I'm
my
out.
own way on this.
Sounds like a Black Mirror
There's no
episode to
secret
me, and
that Rainer
those
and I
never
don't
end
always
well.
agree, and that's why we mutually decided I should pursue this paradigm shift on my own. As for details on the venture itself, I don't have anything specific to announce at this time other than that the technology is real and working in
has no
prototype form already.
People want to see things in
But you can be
person.
sure to
They
hear
want
more from me
why
on
else
that
are we
soon.
here? Just so you can tell them
Thank
that's what
you.
you're doing? As Soren finishes up, people hold their phones to take pictures and videos, and he doesn't make a press conference and a talk.
Now, I can take a very limited number of audience questions.
The crowd starts to surge towards him. He's going to... My plan is to find him after the talk isn't going to work. I need to get out of here. Ugh, I don't know what I was thinking coming to this. Whatever my element is, this is not it. I should just get out of here before anybody recognizes me. Except as I attempt to do that, I happen to spot another man I know. He emerges from an elevator in the lobby just as they walk by. I keep my head down. Maybe he won't see me. Surely he's busy and distracted, right?
Well, look who's here.
Ah,
It's like I've seen a ghost.
the other guy they mentioned. Yao Ren, Rainer Sai, Chairman and CEO of Skanda.
Good to see you too, Rainer.
Where are you these days? I lost track after you left us.
Nowhere.
Nowhere? Well, nowhere is no place to be. Come by the new office sometime. You should see where we're taking Eliza.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm sure about it, but I guess.
Okay.
Good. Sarah will set something up for next week.
He glances at the person standing behind and to the side of him, presumably Sarah. She nods almost imperceptibly.
See you then.
I don't like that I can't. I have to like say things really fast, otherwise it's gonna slide off the screen. He doesn't interact much at all when I worked there. I didn't think he would even remember me. I've hardly done anything, and it feels like a tangled mess already. And people paid a lot of money for that. Like, that conference is like nothing. It didn't show anything. He just had a couple slides and just like being, you know, like, ooh, look at this stuff that can possibly happen. Soren's talk is being rebroadcast here. Seems like he really made waves. I'm sure that it was his intent, so good for him. Conferences like this always make me nervous. I feel like everyone is looking at me, even though I know they're probably not. I need to get out of here. A lot of tech companies have become interested in mental health lately. A fast-growing field now. Or maybe it's just a gold rush. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if that is for our future, honestly. Bookstore. I went to Magus Books today and told Shelley to tell me that you didn't work there anymore. Made me sad. You were the best part of going to that store for me. I always appreciated your presence there. Alright, no one says your as in Y-R. It's always you-R, or you spell it out the right way. That looks like year. That's how I'll read it. I always appreciated your presence there. Best of luck in your... and year new new endeavors, wherever they may take you. This made me think of you. Are you still mad at me? Nevertheless, I hope you are doing well. Oh, it's mom. Eliza counseling services to be introduced in Redmond Middle School and High School. Why am I mad at mom? Skanda. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, boo, boo. I mean, it's not that surprising that they're bringing it out to schools. Kids are more used to sharing information about themselves in text-based conversations than adults are, so that's what we zeroed in on as the best mode of interaction for this particular application. That's interesting. School implementation will take the form of a web-based chat interface. Okay, so what was that a long time ago? I feel like when I was a little bit younger, but it probably wasn't that long ago, probably like 6 years ago, I don't know. There's this chat, there's this website where you could just chat. It's like an AI. I don't remember what it was called, but you just kind of like mess around with it, and it was basically it was just learning from humans, obviously. So it would sometimes say things back to you that were like funny. You're like, and it'd be so much fun. Like, oh my god, like it's so good. Oh my god. But and like looking back, it's probably not good. And we have way better AI, obviously now. I can't remember what it's called. It was, and I remember spending like hours on it. So that's what makes me think of it. Like, just like because it was a chat. It was just chatting with them. So I just thinking like, what if you just ask for mental health advice to this AI? I wonder if people did that. Anyway, that's kind of funny. So it makes sense that that they would do that, a web-based chat interface for kids. It's less intimidating because you just pretend that. I mean, you could pretend more that it's a human when you're interacting with them face to face, but still, I feel like, people are more used to texting, whatever. Anyway, just gonna skim. The goal here is to find the kids that are most at risk and take proactive steps to get them the tools and support they need to grow into happy and productive members of society. This is a complex problem with an evolving solution set. Eliza is just one facet of what is a bigger issue involving not only the kids, but their families, our teachers, and the wider community. Anyway, let's see. Reminder: contractor parking. What? Due to limited space, contractors, including Eliza proxies, are not issued Skanda parking passes. Do not attempt to park in Skanda lots without a pass. Your vehicle will be towed. Please find street parking around the area or use one of them. What? You work there and you can't even get your own goddamn park. That would piss me off. You can't even get a parking space? Like, if you work there, you should be able to get a parking pass. That's dumb. Street parking sucks. Valued proxies. I continue to receive questions about the proxies. Eliza begins with an introductory phase. Listen actively during this phase as clients are able to tell if the provider proxy is uninterested. Your performance should be smooth and natural. During the discovery phase, Eliza transitions to the topic of the client's problems and begins to introduce probing questions. Be attentive to the client and speak your lines in a clear but gentle manner. As the client answers questions, Eliza detects the client's rationalization and or explanatory strategies. Eliza will then challenge the client's assertions with the goal of inducing the client to reevaluate their current notions. Remain neutral during this phase and do not adapt a confrontational speaking style. In the intervention phase, Eliza selects one or multiple interventions from its toolkit in cognitive exercises, therapeutic applications, and recommendations for prescription medicine. Are they always prescribing or giving recommendations for medicine, because I feel like it's not like when you go talk to a therapist, you're not always being like, told to get all these drugs. I mean, I don't know because I've never actually been to a therapist, but I just imagine that you're not always just like, oh, get some drugs. I feel like some of these, I mean, I'm probably just ignorant. But still, I don't know if I feel like this could easily get to the, territory where it's like they just start, easily recommending just drugs, like it's like an easy thing for them to do, it helps the pharma companies out. I'm sure they've invested money into this somehow. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much about that. But at the session conclusion, the client is asked to rate the experience. The proxy provider receives the client feedback as well as the performance-based incentives as determined by Eliza. Be cheerful during this phase so clients feel comfortable with the idea of returning to Eliza soon. It's just all about your line delivery, basically. All right. Oh, so you can go back down. You can go look at, we can't actually click on any of them, but you can see our ratings. That's nice. Time to head back to work. At least I don't have to think about, at least I don't have to blah, blah. She was saying that she can't, that she doesn't have to think. So that's nice. He seems a little bit annoyed. Not annoyed, but he seems very concerned and annoyed.
Hello, Gabriel.
Hi.
Ooh, Kurt.
Hope you didn't
Yes,
get rained
we got
on too
it.
much
The
on your way here.
rain.
A little, but it was fine. I'm used to it.
Most people here seem to get used to it, yes.
Yeah, they have to, don't they? Not much of a choice, unless you move away.
So, what brings you here today?
Well, I don't know where to start. I've never really done this kind of thing before, counseling.
That's okay. Start wherever you like.
Well, I'm about to be a father. Yeah, my wife is due in a few months. Congratulations. That's what everyone says. Congratulations, congratulations. I get this tension, this restless feeling when people say that. It's like a curse or something. Congratulations.
Sounds like you might be uncertain about that.
Maybe. I've tried to be a good husband, and I'm gonna do my best to be a good father too, but I don't know. There's something bothering me about... I'm balancing a lot of things right now. Work, family, expectations. Everyone has something they want from me. Everyone wants me to do this or that, behave a certain way. It's just annoying being a father. What if I don't want this?
Too late now.
Why do you think you might not want this?
We all have things we don't talk about. Things we would rather keep secret. Things that might upset our families if they knew about them. It's unfair. That's all I'm saying. It's unfair that we expect each other to be perfect when
I feel like the
there's more
emotion
going on.
is rising.
I can't stand it when people act like they're pure, like they've never touched a bad thing in their whole lives. And then these people around me think they can tell me how to act, what I'm supposed to do, and I'm like, yo, don't you know you have your own shit to deal with? Why do you have to pick on me all the time? This whole fatherhood thing is just, you know what being a father is to me? It's about providing and protecting, taking responsibility. The world is dangerous, and sometimes the dangers can be hard to see. My duty is to protect. I'm gonna take that seriously. Everything I do, I take it seriously. So I don't get why people are worried about my ability to do that.
What makes you think people are worried about your ability to do that?
Because everyone thinks I'm trying to escape my responsibilities. Everyone is so quick to judge. Here's the story, okay? The other day, Selena, that's my wife, Selena and I were at a get-together. Her family, my family, a few families we both know, right? Grilling out on the back deck, that kind of thing.
Good times.
Everyone was more or less chill, right? But then late in the afternoon, the baby stuff starts coming up.
You
Once
know,
one of
it
them brings
tends
up
to
babies,
be
it's
a
just all babies all the
topic
time.
of
Babies, babies, babies,
conversation.
right? And because of my wife, they start saying, "Oh, giving birth is gonna hurt so bad. It might tear your skin." Just these kind of
It's
gross
true, I
things.
hear.
So I'm like, "Hey, quit it with that. I don't want to hear that kind of stuff. We're eating. There's kids around. Come on." And they're like, "No, it's natural. It happens. Of course, we gotta talk about all this terrible shit. How are you gonna have another kid if you can't even handle the first one?" And I just say, "Excuse me? A second kid? Who even said we were gonna have two? I didn't even want the one." Maybe that was a mistake, but I mean, I was angry.
You said that?
It
That
made me
does
angry.
not sound good.
It just got under my skin so bad, like I need to give my whole self over to this baby. What about me? What about my time? It's a really important thing for me, my time. Well, I'm just supposed to give that up? I've already sacrificed
Probably
a lot
should have used
more
a
than they can
condom,
imagine.
sir.
I give everything of myself away. Job, family, everyone wants me to be something for them until there's
It's a
nothing left.
two-person.
But I can't talk
two-person
about this
thing.
stuff to anybody. They just say I'm being selfish. It's like what I want just doesn't matter.
Here's a question, Gabriel. If you were to have something you wanted right now, what would you choose?
Oh, I'd be far away from all this. Far away from everyone. Just
What
on
if
my
she was
own
just
for a
like,
while.
all right, then
Yeah,
go, leave.
I would just want to be away.
Okay, Gabriel. I have some recommendations for you.
Therapeutic visual world experience?
First, I'm going to suggest you try a therapeutic virtual world experience called Starry Skies.
What?
It may help you take your mind off things. Try it for about 15 minutes each day, in the morning or evening. Second, I recommend asking your doctor or psychiatrist about
What is
Anexafen.
Anexafen?
Based on my analysis, this medication might help you feel
Sounds
better.
like he's nervous about having a kid. Should probably be like,
You will get a reminder
shouldn't
to
there
check in
be
with us in a few
shouldn't there
weeks.
be
That's it,
a
huh? You
recommendation?
can't just tell me what to do to solve this? Some help you turned out to be. Guess I'll have to figure things out
But
for
she
myself.
just gave you recommendations.
Exactly like before.
Thank you, Gabriel. We hope to see you back soon. Thank you for speaking with Eliza, your personal counseling partner. Goodbye.
He is not going to give us a good rating. 2 stars. Woo! We still got a tip though. That's surprising. That wasn't a very good rating. He was so closed off. Thanks for coming to my talk. Yeah, how did you know? I probably talked to that guy, but I saw you come in for a bit and leave before questions. I don't blame you. You caught the important parts anyway. Pretty interesting, huh? It was nice to see you. Been what, 2 years? 3 years, actually. How did you think I did? Haven't done a talk in a while. Oh, I don't know, because I kind of think it's wild, but I don't want to be an asshole. Intriguing. It is intriguing. I will say that. It is intriguing. But it is. I want to get dinner tonight. There's more to talk about. Details I couldn't share in public. Maybe. Wait, don't I have a concert tonight or something? Come on. This is strictly professional. No need to worry. See you soon? Continue. Woo! Okay, sorry. I wasn't able to finish my thought because Soren so rudely interrupted me. And my thought is that shouldn't there be like a recommendation of like, hey, maybe you should talk, like communicate with your, wife, girlfriend, I forgot what it was, but your significant other who's having a baby, being like, have a good chat. And maybe you should have had this conversation that you didn't want kids. a long time ago, because it seems like it when he was describing like their family was talking about it, they made it seem like, oh yeah, you're gonna have a second kid, so it kind of made it seem like clearly someone is under the impression that y'all both wanted this, so it's like it wasn't an accident. I feel like that wouldn't have come up if it was an accident. So that's kind of weird. So like, are you just not being clear enough, being like, hey, I don't want children, and you're just kind of like going with the flow? Because if that's the case, you should probably have a conversation. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say, because I think that communication is really the key here. And then Anexafen or whatever the drug is, I don't know if that's just what that drug is, because she's been, giving it to everybody, prescribing it to, well, I think 2 out of 3 people, I think. Could be wrong, but I think so. So I'm like, okay, well, why specifically that one? And like, I feel like there are steps that you can take before that. But, whatever, it's fine. I wonder if that painting is supposed to symbolize something. Technology and feelings combining together. No, I'm overanalyzing it. As am I. People have all kinds of problems. Problems I couldn't have imagined. Was I rash to believe I could help people without knowing who they were? Huh. Like help people when she was developing the program, or help people now? I just have to keep going. I like these sessions though, they're kind of fun. Oh, it's this lady again.
Hello, Maya. Welcome back.
Hi.
It's nice to see you again.
Sure, yeah. Nice to see you too, pal. Is that a weird thing to say? How did I become close friends with a robot? Are we all robots now? Beep, boop, nice to see you. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be the weirdest thing in my life.
That is the future.
Shall we begin?
Yeah, sorry. Let us begin.
They should
So
They
I
should
went to the
really work
fancy
on
party,
her
the one I was
responses to
really
make them
nervous
look
about,
more natural.
And,
or sound
first of
more
all,
natural.
it really was the type of party I thought it would be. The atmosphere was really smug and self-satisfied, and there were people walking around with trays of appetizers, and you could like take one. So you're standing there with your little square plate for the food and your glass of wine, and you can't like shake hands with anybody because you're holding them. But there are some of those like tall standing tables, so you're like, okay, I'm gonna go get one of those and I'll set up shop, right?
I can
like my
picture
little
it.
Station. But then it turns out there are only like 5 of them for the whole party,
Oh,
and they're
that's
all
annoying.
taken. So you're just standing there, frozen. And you're watching all your heroes and people you know from their social media presence just right there. They're right in front of you. Artists, writers, directors. The combined level of achievement there, I can't even think about it. It was astronomical. And for the first couple hours, I was so excited by all of that. I didn't notice the other thing that was happening. But eventually, it caught up to me, and I had this sudden feeling, this sudden realization. My presence here contributes nothing. I'm just some extra person who just showed up. Nobody wanted me to be here. I don't belong with these people. I haven't earned it. So I cried in the bathroom for a little bit, or maybe a lot. It's fine. I'm fine. Sorry.
How do you know it's true that nobody wanted you there?
Because of the way people acted around me. Nobody knew who I was or even wanted to ask. I would introduce myself and it's like, you could just see it in their eyes. I mean, in the world of illustration and comics, people tend to be hyper aware of each other and their careers. It's this kind of weird, open secret. Oh, hey, this person who's already popular got 1 million views, got a book deal, pitched an original series. Without anything like that, I have no ground to stand on. I'm just this
I feel like there are some more chill
non-entity.
places that
At
you
one
could
point,
go
I
to.
was
like-
talking to someone and I was trying to make a joke or whatever, and I could
Like-
feel the impatience just
Like,
radiating
not all
off him.
these illustrators
He
are gonna be
sighed,
like
he couldn't believe he was wasting his time
Like that kind of a
talking to me.
crowd, you
I
know
was
what I
just
mean? Like-
over to him.
Go to like the underground
Why can't I hold a
indie people. They're
conversation?
probably nicer.
Because if I was marginally attractive, then at least I could be charming, but I'm not. I'm not even that.
Is being charming your goal with this?
No, of course not. There has to be a way I can deal with these feelings. It's hard. It's really hard when nobody gives a shit about my work. Or me. I don't even know why I went. I just want to stay home for the rest of my life.
Why do you think you went?
Because of everything they say about how you have to have your face out there and make connections. The successful people in this business all know each other. It's all about who comes to mind. When somebody needs an art director, they'll think of who they know and go, oh, I think she'd be perfect. Why not ask her? So I need to be out there reminding these people that I exist, that I'm here, I'm making stuff too, I'm part of it. Even if nobody responds to my work. And industry parties are fun, right? You can pretend you're successful even if you aren't. At least for a little while. Everyone else is projecting this image. It's like their success can rub off on you too. I mean, I hear people casually talking about their agent, their editor, the amazing people they're collaborating with. And I just get this feeling like, yes, I want that. I need that. Why am I not there?
What do you think has prevented that from happening so far?
If I knew that, I would be successful already, right? I try and try and try, and I make art and put it out there and share it on every social media site and interact with people when I can, but it just doesn't work. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about the art I do. Every once in a while, another artist will say something nice, and sure, I appreciate that.
Go
but
to
it never
other
results
people's
in
art shows or
anything.
something.
My work goes out there,
Like
and it
local
dies.
stuff, you know, like
Regular
local,
people don't
like
boost it or talk
like
about
really
it. It's
small
like at some point
art
the universe decided
galleries.
that I don't get to have that. Is it unfair? Or maybe I just fucking suck. Maybe I'm a shit tier artist and I'm a failure of a person and everyone knows it. Everyone except me. Sorry. I know that's going too far, even though I really feel that way.
Okay, Maya, I'm going to suggest you try a program called Meadowlands.
Like, what is that gonna actually do?
It may help you take your mind off things. You can find it inside the Skanda Wellness app on your phone. Try it for about 15 minutes each day, in the morning or evening.
Sounds kind of boring. Why can't you assign me a game where my problems are zombies and I get to shotgun them in
Because
the
you can
face?
just play it yourself.
Actually, I guess I could just buy a game like
Yeah,
that.
you
couldn't
could.
I? Maybe I'll stop by the game store on the way
Good
home.
idea.
Thank you for coming in again, Maya. We'll follow up with you again to see how you're doing.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate the check-ins. I honestly do. It's easy for me to get lost in these spirals.
Thank you for speaking with Eliza, your personal counseling partner. Goodbye.
See you soon.
Yay! Level up! At least she gives us like good ratings, even though I feel like we're not helping her at all. Like, all we're doing is just, we're not like finding solutions to actual problems. We're just being like, here, this will make you feel temporarily better. Like, you'll feel better temporarily. It won't fix like any of your problems, but like, it'll make you happy for like 15 minutes. So like, why not? You know what I mean? They're the same thing. Feeling unwanted, that one really hits close to home. I wonder what her art is like. It's gotta be more interesting than that painting on the wall, at least. Who makes this art? Where does Skanda get it? I'm not sure why I'm thinking about it so much. Maybe because I have to stare at it all day. Alright. All. We expect to have a reporter in the building sometime tomorrow morning. He will also be taking some pictures. If you do not want to be potentially photographed, let me know. This article will supposedly focus on the origins of the specific office and its local history and role in the wider development of the apps and mental health. But we all know how reporters are sometimes. We'll see. This message is directed to all those working as Eliza proxies. As a contractor for Skanda, you have agreed to abide by the Skanda's global social media policy. During orientation, in light of recent events, however, it seems like a refresher might be needed. To quickly restate the most important part of the policy as regards to your work as an Eliza proxy, it is okay to state that you work as a proxy for Eliza, encourage people to try Eliza, like, share, or make posts that portray Eliza and or Skanda in a positive light. Make a neutral comments about competing products, services, or companies. It is not okay to reveal proprietary or confidential information, including the details of any client or counseling session, like, share, and make posts that portray Eliza and Skanda in a negative light. Oh, so the opposite. And the final, most crucial reminder, if in doubt, do not post. Hope this clears some things up. Thanks. Great.